everybody, I'm Kelly Hydebreeder, and this is Lenawee. It's a half-hour show where we introduce you to some amazing things happening right here in Lenawee County. Let's get started by checking out one of the innovative classrooms at the Lenawee County Intermediate School District. Students in the biochemical technology class are getting some hands-on experience that can catapult them into the science field the minute they graduate.
Basically, I'm a huge science nerd, so anything that has to deal with science, I'm all for it.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
I think I want to go into pharmacy.
When I grow up, I would like to become a chemist.
I want to be a forensic analyst.
When I grow up, I would like to be a doctor.
Tell me what you want to be when you grow up.
Pharmaceutical technician.
Students from Lenawee County have a chance to get some real-life experience inside a laboratory while they're in high school. This is the world of biochemical technology.
I'd say one common thread that runs through all of them is that they really enjoy science. They walk out with knowledge that I know very few, if any, other high school students in the state of Michigan have.
They start out with the basics, learning about safety and basic measurements, but it isn't long before they are a crime scene investigator.
We actually had a mock crime scene, so then we had all these clues and things we had to find, so we had to analyze drugs and DNA fingerprinting and regular fingerprinting and fiber analysis, and we had to put all those things together to see basically who the culprit was and who committed the crime.
You know, teaching the scientific content, but pairing that with skills, because I mean, that's rubber meets the road. I mean, that's how industry works. It's great that you know things, but can you apply it and do it? And here at the Tech Center, we do just that. You have to know it, and you have to be able to apply it.
Biofuel is what got Michael Smith all fired up. Students in biochem are studying cutting-edge technology, industries that are growing.
He said something about making fuel and seeing whose car or whatever can go the farthest on the alternative fuel.
Here's how it works.
So the students actually make fuel ethanol from corn, from other what are called cellulosic sources, or other types of biomass, and they literally inject a sample into the instrument, and the liquid flows through, picks up our sample, moves through a column where it's separated, moves through the detectors, and then we get a signal on the computer which not only tells us what it is, but how much of it we have.
Yvonne Maher says she wanted more of a challenge.
I never got the lab experience that I wanted, actually, being homeschooled, and so this is my opportunity to get that experience.
And with biochem, students can find a job right out of high school here in Lenawee County.
A variety of industries use this equipment. So we talk about the biofuel industry, which we have here in Lenawee County, but Wacker Chemical uses it with their silicones that they produce, and Anderson Development, they have the urethanes.
Amber Conley is a senior at Addison High School. She's also the co-op lab tech for Jackson College and LISD. She says she's glad she spends half of her day getting to know other students all around the area.
But here you have like all these people that share a similar passion as you do, so it's nice to be able to relate to someone based on your passion and interest rather than just sports or an extracurricular activity or something like that.
Can you imagine graduating from high school and already having a job in the science industry?
This class so far, it's really fun, and I'm going to be able to learn a lot from it, actually.
This is a very highly transferable skill. So if they have exposure to this instrumentation, they can work in the water and wastewater treatment industry, biofuel, chemical industry. There's pharmaceutical. There's a lot of different areas and a lot of different industries that use this equipment that students, because they can put this on their resume, just helps, put them hopefully at the top of the heap when they go to apply for a job.
Students in the sustainable agriculture environmental classes are getting their hands dirty. Literally, they're really digging into their lessons, and they're raising chickens. Let's head over to the Seed House on Tipton Highway and check in with our reporter, Jesse Ramirez.
I'm Jesse Ramirez from Madison High School, and I'm with LISD TV. I'm here at the Ag Center with a couple kids. Guys, give me your name and school.
Tyler Huffman, I'm from Britton Deerfield.
Justin Murphy from Tecumseh.
Austin Johnson, Tecumseh.
Jamie Hatfield, Britton Deerfield.
Now this looks pretty cool. What is this?
It's just we have some chickens and we're trying to raise them efficiently with all organics and no chemicals or growth hormones, and seeing what we can get.
Now, what is this exactly?
This is the calf hutch that we're keeping them in right now, and then once they get bigger, they're going to be in the smaller hutch, and they're going to be able to roam around this fence, and they won't be able to get out because it's an electrical fence.
Okay. So it'll be free range chicken.
Yeah.
Say that again?
So to be able to be free range chicken.
Free range. No. Now, what are you doing with this rake here?
I was raking up the chicken poop.
Oh, that's fun. So, can you elaborate more about what this is over here, actually?
Well, that's just going to be an open house. It's made out of wood and tarp, and they'll be able to go in and out as they please. Their food and the lamp will be in there to keep them warm, and they'll be able to eat in there.
Now, why are you guys taking this class at the LASD Tech Center?
It's more hands-on work. You actually get to go and be outside and see the results of what you're doing.
It's fun. All the teachers here are cool. It's nice to be in your own little area away from everybody else at the tech center. And you pretty much, it teaches you like how to handle things on your own. So.
How about you guys up there?
It gives you true work experience. I mean, you get to be outside and be very hands-on, and it'll be like an actual job. It's not more like a class. It's like job experience.
Right.
Yeah, it's just hands-on experience. I like working with my hands, so it's a different experience for me.
Okay. Well, I'm Jesse Ramirez from LASD TV here at the Ag Center, and we're
Bringing it to you.
Looks like fun. When we come back, we'll talk to more students about their trip to the LASD Tech Center. It's funny stuff. You won't want to miss it.
Huntington. Every proper bear knows that the right fit means everything. Especially when it comes to car seats.
Oh, really? I just did what any bear would do.
So know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size.
I like it.
To learn more, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, where's that bear?
Hey, welcome back. It's always a fun day when sophomores from all over the county get a chance to visit the Tech Center. They get to see the classrooms humming and truly get a taste for this hands-on style of learning. Our cameras were rolling when instructors were explaining the mechatronics class. Now, this is the future of robotics and the mechanical field. They got their hands on the keyboards and to hear more about cybersecurity in those classes, and kids were really cooking in the culinary kitchen. Our reporter, Jesse Ramirez, talks with students about their visit.
Hi, Kelly. I'm with some kids from Tecumseh. Can I get you guys' names?
Bailey,
Logan Krosky.
And what class have you guys been through so far?
culinary arts and career and education.
We all have the same.
What was your guys' favorite?
Career and education.
For me, it was culinary because I like food.
Can you explain why you like yours?
Because I want to deal with special ed children, and I'm really excited to touch them.
So something you want to do after high school. Is that culinary something you guys want to do after high school too?
Yeah, I've always been interested in like cooking or anything.
Same for you?
Yeah.
Now, what's your dish? What's your favorite dish?
Some sort of burger. I don't know.
Any burger?
No. I just really like meat.
Oh. What about you?
I live off of crab and mac and cheese.
So is there anything elaborate that you make, or?
I don't make it, but I like fettuccine alfredo.
I like that too with chicken.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The dental aid program is a great way for students to spend half of their time at their home school district, then spend another half of their day training in a career in the dental field. And in this case, it's beside that dental chair where we find our reporter, Duran Pape.
Hi, I'm Duran Pape from LSD TV, and I have here with me
Jade Rose.
And she's been part of the sophomore visits today. So what programs did you choose?
I got to go to nursing prep and then dental aid. And then the first one was just pretty much just learning about all nursing and stuff and learning about the nursing prep and what it's going to be like.
And so why did you choose these different programs?
I want to be a nurse because I feel like it's a lot of fun, and dental, I want to just kind of do stuff with teeth, just make sure that they're like all right and stuff.
So you definitely think you could make a career out of these things?
Yeah.
That sounds good. Oh, back to you, Kelly.
Well, let's send it back over to Jesse Ramirez, who has talked to some students that got a chance to see the building trades class pounding away. Hey, Jesse.
What got you interested in this class?
My friend Chris Barrett did it, and then he said, you're going to get an easy job if you do it. So I was like, okay, I'm up for it.
Is there anything he explained in the class that you caught your attention?
I just like working with power tools and just learn how to build stuff. It's just.
What experiences before have led you into this?
I work with my grandpa. We trap and we make a lot of wood, and we work with wood a lot for what we might call a flesher and stuff like that. So, and you just work with wood, and I like it. I like hands-on.
Now, is that something you're interested in after high school or college?
Yeah, or not really. I mean, yeah, somewhat, but I'm looking just so I can do it around the house, so I don't have to call somebody to do it for me.
Do you want to be a handyman?
Yeah.
It's be a good husband.
Yeah. That's what
you
they say.
hear that, ladies? Say your name again.
It's Tucker Carver.
You want to throw your number in there? You can totally.
Nah.
Okay. Thanks much.
Many students want to follow in their teachers' footsteps, and Durand Pape found a couple of boys that are considering a spot in education.
And I have here with me
David Oberst
from
Tecumseh Public Schools.
And I'm Jacob Heyer from Tecumseh Public Schools also.
All right, so what three classes did you choose for today?
We went to culinary arts, the video design class, and then we're in the education class currently.
I did the same exact thing as he did.
Well, that sounds like fun. Now, why did you choose these different classes?
Well, the culinary arts class looked like a lot of fun, just from what I've heard from other people. And then the video arts is just a useful skill to have, and then education is always a good thing, so yeah.
Culinary arts you get to eat too, so that's always good. And video audio production is kind of fun.
So what do you think these kind of classes will do for your different careers?
Well, I've always liked cooking, so culinary arts is cooking. Video editing is always a cool thing to do with the video editing class, obviously, and then education has always been something that I've been extremely interested in, so that's why I'm in here right now.
You need to eat, so culinary arts would be definitely a great one. Video art production, the news can't do without it, so that's also a good class. And this class is getting ready to be teachers, pretty much, so that's always a good one, too.
All right, well, it sounds like you guys are having a lot of fun. Thank you, Kelly.
What a fun and busy day. When we come back, we have some ways to protect yourself from scammers. The Lenawee County Better Business Bureau says beware of IRS imitators, so grab a pencil and paper. I'll be right back.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Lenawee, and I'm your host, Kelly Heidbrader. Have you ever had someone call you on the phone and say they're from the IRS and demand some money? Well, they are luring you into a trap. Here's Dick Epstein. He's the president of the Lenawee County Better Business Bureau, and he'll help you protect yourself.
You get this robo message on your phone that the IRS is calling, and call me back right away at area code 202. So people don't know why the Internal Revenue is calling them, and they're worried, so they call right back, and they get this agent who tells them that they owe a lot of money on their taxes and that the government is coming to get them. They've got a car down the street that's 30 minutes away that's going to come and arrest you because you didn't pay these taxes. Well, people are terrified. They don't know what to do. They are afraid. They are under pressure. And this person is very high pressure, very abusive, belligerent. You have to pay us right now or we're going to come and get you. I've talked to consumers who have fallen for this scam. We try to say, now wait a minute. First of all, the IRS never calls you. The IRS always uses the mail. So if you're in trouble with the Internal Revenue, which happens, but it's always through the mail. Secondly, they never demand money right away. If you are dealing with the IRS, you negotiate and you can appeal and you have time. They never ask you for money right away on a credit card number or a green dot card that you have to send money. So none of this makes any sense. These are typically foreign con artists who have boiler rooms in India or China or who knows where, Romania, and they call people up and they scare them. And it's very effective. It really terrorizes people. They especially concentrate on minority groups, the Hispanic community, the Middle Eastern community, the Asian community. And they'll say, look, this is IRS and you could be deported, you could be, if we arrest you, it's going to shame your family. I mean, they use all of the tricks, except they don't let you think, they don't let you talk about it. You have to act right away. And what they want is money. I talked to one consumer who fell for this. He sent them $775 by a green dot card that he got at the drugstore. They called him back the next day and they say, well, you owe us more money because we found more taxes that you haven't paid. So he sent him another $2,000. And it's a complete swindle. IRS doesn't do this. Federal government doesn't do this. And consumers are getting these calls all the time. One thing they say is, well, I thought it was IRS because my caller ID said it was area code 202, which is Washington. Well, caller IDs can be spoofed, and you can put anything you want on a caller ID. For example, I've talked to people who said the caller ID said IRS on it, or Internal Revenue Service. Doesn't matter. The crooks put those on there, and the consumer doesn't realize it's a scam. They're all afraid. They send money, and then afterwards they start thinking, wait a minute, maybe I should have asked somebody. Maybe I should have talked to somebody else. It's a problem that we're having nationwide. IRS has no idea how many millions of dollars have been cheated out of people who thought they were being called by the Internal Revenue, and of course they weren't. They never were. This is not how the IRS works. If you get a call like this, yes, they're belligerent. Yes, they're nasty. Yes, they're demanding. Folks, don't send money. Hang up on them. They're crooks.
Here it is one more time. If you want to contact the Lenawee County Better Business Bureau, go to their website at www.bbb.org or call them at 419-720-7188. When we come back, we're going to take you off campus and even take you into the clouds. One Lenawee student has a classroom in the wild blue yonder. I'm Kelly Hydebreeder. We'll be right back.
Thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, we got your personal references, your resume, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Yes, it's right there.
Great.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Learning here in Lenawee doesn't stop at the threshold of the classroom. The Lenawee Intermediate School District Tech Center helps students build a curriculum for anything they're passionate for. They may even start their day at their home school district and spend the rest of their day in an internship. Well, one Blissfield student wanted to fly, so we helped him make it happen. Let's send it to our reporter, Dan Emson, for this story.
On a smooth day, it's like a really nice car ride, You're just sitting back, relax, you set your autopilot if you're going for a while.
To climb up to about 15,000 feet and look down and see the towns and the world as it is, it's a whole different perspective on life.
So what did you do in class today? For one work-based learning student with the LISD Tech Center, Evan Schneebly touched the sky.
I definitely wouldn't be to the point where I am now without the Tech Center. I definitely got down here way more because of the Tech Center.
The ability for Evan to learn at his own pace while still in school made the whole process easier to advance and complete, which is exactly what founder Jerry Stewart had in mind.
I saw a big problem in flight instruction. Students would begin to learn how to fly and then eventually they would run out of money, or they would be scraping paycheck to paycheck to afford that next flight lesson, and the training drug out for, and sometimes years.
These guys work really well with kind of tailoring it to your own schedule and making it so it works well for you. So I was comfortable the whole way through.
I also saw the support network he had. He had, as I mentioned earlier, his parents, and he had his the school and his counselors and teachers behind him. And I knew that we could add to that competent, qualified people and equipment to allow him to achieve his goals. It was a perfect combination.
That perfect combination came together as a result of an agreement between Stewart Aviation, Evan and his family, and the LISD Tech Center. Evan took the initiative to find the right flight school for him, and the Tech Center worked with Blissfield High School to make his schedule happen.
Just normal day in the morning, and then at lunch I would drive down here. Either we would hop in the plane at that point, or we'd go into one of the classrooms and have a ground lesson. Well, actually our first lesson was up in a plane, back and forth, ground, air, or a little bit of both on a day.
It's called in our business repetition of learning. The more frequency, the better the frequency, the more retention, the better the retention, and the result is that students get it done quicker and for less money.
Well, obviously flying on a more regular basis, the stuff that they teach you sticks a lot faster and easier, and then you remember a lot more.
We've been able to teach him in smaller increments, which is easier for a typical student to learn.
If I was doing it on a weekend, I'd be having to redo a lesson or two here and there just to get different concepts down.
Instead, he's worked through all of his requirements for his custom class. Stewart Aviation learned a few things as well.
I think actually the Lenawee program helped my school in the sense that it kind of forced us to become a little more structured ourselves. And at the time and before I met Mr. Champion, I didn't realize that we needed that improvement. But when I started to talk to the actual professional teachers and to see how they do things and the programs and so forth, we were able to incorporate a lot of that into our own program. And as a result, I think we're an improved flight school because of it.
Part of that improved school is instructor Daniel Leet, who wishes he had this opportunity in high school.
I can only imagine what that would have been like for me. I would have fell in love with it right then and there. That would have been the most amazing experience for me, to be a student in high school and flying and getting credit for it and getting out of school, no less, to do it. Because I got my start when I was about 18 after I graduated. After that, I decided to go to Bowling Green and major in aviation. And then after I graduated from there, came here and then started teaching here right after I finished getting my flight instructor certification through Stewart Aviation.
He understands Evan's desire to fly. It didn't take Daniel long to see the thrill himself.
I actually got a job working at Toledo Express in a maintenance shop, and my boss, he actually let me ferry airplanes for delivery. I got to fly by myself aircraft, small airplanes between Toledo and Florida. So it's altogether new and different, and it's a lot of work too, but at the same time, it's that challenge that made it so much fun. There's nothing else like it. I love it more than anything, and truthfully, I can't imagine doing anything else.
Neither can Evan, who is heading to Western Michigan with his future planned out.
I'll be double majoring in flight science and flight administration. I'm gonna plan on minoring in business, just kind of diversify myself. Career goal, I mean, like I said, like flying is fine, but I'd like a corporate or small regional airlines, just so I'm flying almost every day, but then I can be close to home as well.
Close to home or far away, some things never change in the sky. Each of the men shared their thoughts on the hardest part of learning to fly.
The hardest part for me was getting my instrument rating. And that's what you use to fly in the clouds when you have no visibility. You look out the window and it's just pure white and you have no visual reference to anything outside.
No hesitation. Landing an airplane is very difficult. To know how to react and to get the flare perfect and to just let it sit right down is an art. And it's the one phase of flight that takes the longest to learn. It can be the most frustrating. I've seen it break a few students in my day. And without any doubt, landing is the most difficult thing in flying.
But nonetheless, it's a great challenge and it makes you an excellent pilot.
The incredible experience Evan has had learning how to fly through work-based learning at the LISD Tech Center isn't just for a hobby. He's chosen an industry with a lot of potential for employment after college.
I'd say go for it because, I mean, obviously I did, and I got my private license and I had a blast doing it. I learned a lot, and it really, if you're going into a career, whatever it may be, it really helps hand-on experience. Experience is the best teacher out there.
There's a lot of reasons why people should come here to learn. One, we have great prices, some of the best around, I think. We have an excellent simulator here. And we have good instruction, of course.
We made it possible for people to learn how to fly that would not normally otherwise be able to ever learn how to fly, and I'm pretty proud of that.
I mean, obviously pilots are lower, a lot of them have retired, so I mean, the career is definitely opening up for me, so we'll see where that goes, but I'm excited. If you can walk away, it's usually a good landing.
What a great start to his education. When we come back, we'll show you what it takes to enroll at the Tech Center and walk you through the process.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Kelly Heidbreder, your host of Lenawee, our close-up look at the great things going on around Lenawee County. Now, we've given you a tour of the LASD Tech Center campus, went for a visit at the Sustainable Agriculture and Environmental Science campus on Tipton Highway, and even took you to a classroom in the sky. Now let's get your feet back on the ground and take you through the steps to enroll.
Hi, my name is Mary Tomlin, and I am a counselor at the LASD Tech Center. Very excited to start our new application process for the 2015-16 school year. To do that, a student just needs to go on the www.lasd.us webpage, or you can just simply enter Lenawee Intermediate School District in your browser and a command will come up or a link so that you know how to apply to the Tech Center. We have some great programs, and our programs are open to any student who would be coming here as a junior or a senior. Our goal is to get students in their first choice class. So we're asking that students apply on or before January 18th. Just enter Lenawee Intermediate School District in your browser, and then what you will see is there is an application available now on your left-hand side. You'll simply click that on, and right at the top of the page there is instructions which you could clip on if you would like, or you can actually go right to the Tech Center application. After you list your name and the street address and city and high school, and homeschool students are more than welcome to apply, you select the current grade that you are in. That will help us when we're looking at the application. Put your parents' home phone, email address, that type of thing, and with whom you reside. We also ask that if you could provide your parents' email address, that would be great too. Then you'll see a program request. This is the most important. There's a first choice, a second choice, and a third choice. Typically, you have done your career cruising EDP and you know, or have visited and you know what your first choice is. Don't feel the need to put a second or third choice if you don't have one. If you only have one choice, go ahead and put that in. Second and third are just a backup in case class might be full. There'll be a drop down. They are listed alphabetically, so it makes it very easy for you to actually apply. We actually have 24 programs with which you can choose from, but you will also see that there are some summer school options and some other options available depending on certain programs. But basically for a sophomore, it's alphabetically listed. If you are in a second year of a 2-year program and you feel like you might want to return in that program, there is a little link that you would click for that. And then the preferred session. Some schools only come in the morning, some come in the afternoon. If you're a homeschool student, we would prefer that you pick a morning session. We could probably get you in that particular session. Then there's a personal statement where you would put an X. I have discussed this enrollment with my parent or guardian, and I've talked about it with my high school counselor, and you could just click that on. For a signature, you just type your name in and your date. Now, some of our students actually might want to apply for a program that's called work-based learning. That is what is next on the application. This is not needed if you just want to come to a tech center class, but if you want to be in a work-based learning program only, there is another section for that. The next thing, probably the most important, is you scroll back up to the top, and on the right-hand side it says Submit. Once you submit it, it should say successfully submitted. It should scroll across the top. If not, there are some directions on how you can email that to Lisa Bachman. It isn't a good idea to use Google Drive when applying. It just doesn't seem to work real well. So if you do not see the submitted application, go ahead then and follow the directions to email it to Lisa Bachman. If you'd like some personal help with that, you can call me at 517-265-1672 and I can walk you through the process, or you can talk to your local school counselor. We are looking forward to having you as a LISD Tech Center student.
Well, that's our show. If you have any amazing things going on in your neighborhood here in Lenawee County, we want to hear from you. Email us at lisdtv22@gmail.com. I'm your host, Kelly Hydebreeder. Make it a great day, Lenawee.